Years after the fall of President Snow and the capital, Panem is slowly rebuilding under a fragile democracy. Districts have more autonomy, yet old scars remain. The Hunger Games are officially abolished, but whispers of unrest still spread. Many feel justice hasn't truly come. The rebellion brought peace, but also left orphans and broken families. In this atmosphere, new tensions are brewing. District 12, once destroyed, now thrives as a mining and trade hub. Survivors, including descendants of Katniss and Peeta, try to move forward. But poverty still grips many households. Unequal distribution of resources sparks anger among workers. People speak of fairness, yet hunger remains. Quiet resentment grows against the new Capital Council. A new holiday is introduced, the sunrise on the reaping, meant to celebrate the day the reaping ended forever. It is a festival of peace, fire, and remembrance. Across Panem, districts gather to honor the fallen. However, the ceremony stirs deep emotions in families who lost children in the games. For some, it feels like celebration of trauma. Not all are ready to forgive. The Capital Council, led by President Paylor's successor, struggles with unity. Some members argue Panem must move beyond the games completely. Others secretly believe the games should return in some form, perhaps as voluntary trials or military training. These discussions spark outrage. District representatives worry about old patterns resurfacing. Political tensions reach a dangerous level. Underground factions begin to rise, calling themselves the Reclaimers. They believe Panem is weaker without the games. To them, the Hunger Games were not cruelty, but a test of strength. Their propaganda spreads through secret broadcasts. Rumors claim even capital elites fund them. The people grow restless, unsure whom to trust. Our story follows Lyra Ashford, a 17-year-old girl from District 7. Her parents were rebels who fought alongside Katniss, but died in the war. Lyra, raised by her grandmother, struggles with identity and survival. She is brave, skeptical, and carries the weight of her parents' legacy. Lyra doesn't believe in heroes, only survival. Yet fate will soon test her. Lyra learns that some districts still worship Katniss Everdeen as a symbol. Statues of the Mockingjay stand in public squares. But Lyra resents this myth, believing heroes left ordinary people to suffer. Her bitterness causes conflict with her grandmother. Meanwhile, stories of Katniss's children circulate, though they remain hidden from public life. The Mockingjay's legacy casts a long shadow. At the annual Sunrise Festival, disaster strikes. During a district-wide gathering, masked attackers storm the event. Explosions scatter crowds. Fires blaze in the night. The attackers carry the Reclaimers' symbol, an inverted Mockingjay. Panic spreads across Panem as people realize the rebels aren't gone. Old fears resurface instantly. The Reclaimers hijack Capitol broadcasts. They demand a return of the games, not as punishment, but as rebirth. They claim the games are Panem's true identity. The broadcast shows children of officials kidnapped as tributes. The world watches in horror. People fear history is repeating itself. The council is thrown into chaos. Some want to negotiate, others want to hunt the rebels down. A vote is cast. They refuse to bring back the games. But the Reclaimers declare they will host their own games in secret. Without government sanction, these new games will be bloodier and lawless. Panem teeters on the brink of civil war. Lyra discovers her childhood friend, Cassian, was among those kidnapped. Though she wants nothing to do with politics, she cannot abandon him. When rebels strike District 7 again, Lyra's grandmother is injured. Forced into action, Lyra vows to infiltrate the Reclaimer stronghold. She doesn't yet know she's walking into the rebirth of the games. Lyra is captured during her search and taken to a hidden arena in the ruins of District 2. Dozens of kidnapped youths from all districts are held there. The Reclaimers call it the First Dawn. They are forced to fight, not for survival, but to prove loyalty to Panem's true traditions. Lyra realizes she's become part of an unholy resurrection. Just like the old Capitol Games, there is training. But now it's harsher, crueler, with little food or rest. Rebels watch from hidden towers. Unlike the old system, there are no stylists, no fame, only raw violence. Tributes form uneasy alliances. Lyra meets a cunning girl from District 1, a quiet healer from 11, and a fierce boy from 10. Trust is scarce. The secret games begin. They're broadcast illegally through hacked networks. Ordinary citizens, horrified, watch in secret. Children die brutally, and the Capital Council is powerless to stop it. Some districts demand military intervention, others stay silent. The Reclaimers tighten control. Fear spreads that if they succeed, the games will return for all. Inside the arena, Lyra's leadership emerges. She uses her District 7 survival skills, climbing, camouflage, and resourcefulness. She helps others, unwilling to let the games claim more lives. For the first time, she understands why Katniss fought. Though she rejected the Mockingjay's legacy, she begins carrying that same fire. The people watching secretly cheer her on. Cassian, once her loyal friend, becomes corrupted by the Reclaimers. Believing strength is survival, he turns ruthless. Lyra faces the painful truth. Not everyone can be saved. Her small alliance crumbles under betrayal. Death forces her to grow colder, yet she holds onto her humanity. The games consume everyone differently. The Council, desperate, launches a covert mission to infiltrate the arena. Special forces cut off rebel broadcasts, but the Reclaimers unleash chaos, detonating explosives inside the arena. Many tributes die instantly. Lyra and a few survivors escape into underground tunnels. The rebellion is reaching its bloody climax. Lyra faces Cassian in a brutal showdown. Their fight symbolizes Panem's struggle, mercy versus cruelty, hope versus control. Though she has the chance to kill him, Lyra refuses, breaking the Reclaimer cycle. This act of defiance inspires others to rise. Rebels turn on their own leaders, disillusioned by endless bloodshed. The Capital Army storms the stronghold. Rebel leaders are captured or killed. The hidden games end, leaving devastation in their wake. Survivors, including Lyra, are brought back to their districts. The Council promises never to allow anything like this again. But scars remain. Too many lives were lost for spectacle once more. The story closes with Lyra standing before the sunrise in District 7. She understands now why Katniss was called the Mockingjay. Not because of victory, but because of resilience. Lyra vows to protect Panem's fragile peace, ensuring no more children are forced into the games. The Hunger Games may be over, but the fight for survival and justice will always continue.